Hey everyone, welcome back. I died to the Demon of Song in the last episode, right near the end of it. So now we are going to attempt Demon of Song round 2. This should be a fairly easy fight now that I know what to expect. That should have been... I should have been able to hit it, but... So one time I kept telling them, can't you hear the singing? And things were kind of funny about it because the guys literally were like, what's singing? And then they started hearing the singing and they're like, oh god, Bryce, please don't pretend and act like you're insane. Which I then ended up doing. But... we will be... Come on, do your attack. Okay, Demon of Song has been defeated. So then our next course of action is going to be, now we reach this area and here comes Kaiju walking into the room. Okay, everyone. This may be a mini-sode because I need a freaking break. So, once you beat that demon, you're gonna come down this lift. There's gonna be a bonfire and there will be a small jump scare if you're not prepared for it. When you light it, you should have an encounter with Audia, which is the weird, heapy, monstrous looking thing. It's gonna knock you back when you get up on it. I'm gonna mute for a second, everybody. Alright everyone, I'm back. I just had to talk to Kaiju for a quick moment about something off camera. So, now here we are at the King's Grave. This is just, like, this area is honestly a quick run-through area up to the boss. It's like a fairly quick area to do. You can speed run. And one of my other favorite, my favorite merchant NPC is in that area, which is what the playlist me and Sergey are currently playing through. It's what it's named. It's named after a line that he says in the... when you're passing through the area. He turns, and he's a hollow who lives in, like, the crypts, and he turns and he goes, "Human, do not produce lights." And it's like an inside joke, because now anytime we've done a run of this game and gone through that area, you'll just hear us guys go, human, human. Or we'll just turn and we'll go, human. And it's just been an ongoing thing. Like, if Sergey was here, he'd be cracking up the moment I say human. Or he'd be like, oh, that's where you are. I got through my least favorite area with some fair ease for once. I'm actually really happy about that. Josh would probably hate that area with a passion. It's this area full of water, and there's like these mages, and they barrage you with spells as you're trying to get through, and their spells can track you through like half of the map. It's like terrible level design. Okay. So here we go, everyone. Kill that thing. And here's where the speed run begins, everyone. Speed run, speed run, speed run, speed run. Human. It's coming up. It's gonna be in this hallway. Human. Do not produce light. Halt. Human. Do not produce light. Ogden, I love you, brother. This dude is like the best guy to come to when you're in a pickle in this game. When it comes to your human effigies. Because he has 13 human effigies you can purchase from him. But sadly, once he's out, those are gone. Which is like why I have 19. Normally by now, if I'm doing a normal playthrough, I'm like at the 70s or 90s. Because I have a way to farm human effigies early on. I'm actually gonna have to refilm that process to show you guys how to do it. So that I can actually add tags to the video. But what you're gonna do is you can come through here. You can get this little hidden bonfire back here. It's not really a hidden bonfire, but it can be a pain to get to. Then we're going to and then you're gonna peek around this corner. You're gonna run through this hall, dodge the ghost guys that come out the walls. You're gonna piss off the shield bros. I said you're gonna Okay, they don't want to budge. Now they're gonna budge? Really? You're gonna get them to move, then you're gonna walk out here, you're gonna walk up this way, and you're gonna pull this lever to activate the shortcut path that's gonna drop down right there. If you've got life gems, now's the time to pop them, because if you didn't really waste any Estus like I did, you should be more than fine. You know, scatter some repair powder to repair your stuff, and you should just be about fine to fight this boss. Now, getting to this boss room can be a little annoying. because there are these undead hollows. Well, not undead, but there are these hollows that will literally spawn. They'll ring that bell, and then the bell summons these necromancers to come and assist. This boss is a little tough. I'm almost tempted to summon help, but like I said, playing the caveman, you're only allowed the backup of the NPC summons that you can get, but I don't tend to try to rely on them. Once I do this, everyone, I'm more than halfway through the game, because I'll be able to make progress through a great portion of the end half. I'm actually really close to the end of the game, actually. Okay, Waldstadt. I actually cosplayed and roleplayed as him before in the game. He's actually really fun to play because it's like a faith build with a giant hammer. Did he do the buff, or is he doing the... Oh, okay, yeah, he buffed himself. That's what he did. This is where the fight gets a little dangerous. Because if he hits with that attack... Like, he gives himself a defensive buff and an attack buff, adding, like, dark to his stuff. Dark being something that greatly hurts humans and hollows. But, first try, and Waldstadt dies. I'm actually really proud of that fight. And look there, the king of Drangleic, all hollowed and has no brains. You can aggro him and actually fight him. It's a pretty interesting fight, but it's only really a, it's an optional fight that is honestly not really needed. Okay, so now what you're gonna do is you have a few options now that you have the King's Ring. With the King's Ring, you can either go ahead for the Dragon Aria / Dragon Keep, where you will be going to go get the ability to walk in the memories so that you can fight the final boss, or you will be going to go fight the Throne Defender and the Throne Watcher, which are two really tough bosses because you gotta fight them at the same time, and they're really, really strong. And okay, I'm viewing what I have to essentially determine my course of action. We're gonna go ahead and attempt the Throne Watcher and Defender boss fight. Alright, everyone, sorry for that pause there. I was reading up on some information about something that popped up on my Discord feed really quick that Sergey had sent me, saying that they had officially left where they were going to be making the attempt to fight Throne Defender and Watcher. I am humanizing up because, like I said, this fight is extremely difficult and I will be needing backup. But I'm not summoning a player. I will be using the NPC available to me, since that's what I said I'd be doing. And they make you run this ridiculously long pathway down. Re-equip the Ring of Binding, because if I die and go hollow, I don't want to lose too much HP. Okay. This should be the head of Vengarl, which is exactly who we want. There is Benhart of Jugo here, but Benhart is not needed. You only really need the one. Sometimes you'll need the two, depending on how tough the AI of the bosses wants to be. Your biggest threat is actually going to be the Throne Watcher. Now, one little thing that I did not mention about this fight is that if you kill one boss, the other boss has a chance to revive their partner. So you do want to tend to worry about getting the bosses dealt with closely to one another, because if you don't, that boss will get up and then they will be back at full HP. So like, if I don't deal with Defender soon, Watcher will get back up and I will have to re-deal which I got lucky right there, because I was attacking him while he was trying to bring her back up. Now, they are taken care of. I can go ahead and pop their soul. And then your next area that you'll be heading for is going to be the Dragonari. The Dragonari is needed because when you arrive at the Dragonari, you will be given this ability that will let you do what you need to go fight the final boss. Now, first, before we head for the Ari, we're going to go to the town of Majula once again to do some last little level ups, because we are essentially within the last part of the game now. Like, the final fight is just around the corner. Like, there should only be a couple more episodes left of this series. If I do end up finishing the series, I may not do them as weekly uploads. At that point, I may, after the 6th hits, upload them as a daily series. We were only going to do weekly because of Sergey needing the extra time. So, once again, we're heading back to the ruined Fork Road. I know, took it to get to the Shaded Ruins, took it to get to the castle. Now we're back here again to take it to get to another place. Man, is this place like a central hub for the world. So, what you're gonna do is that you're gonna want to get that ring of binding. Mind you, this is just what I use as my setup. I'm removing that ring of binding because the ring of binding is gonna have no use to me at this moment, being that I'm not hollow. The King's Ring is needed to open up King's Gates, as we call them, which are doors that have that symbol there. And they tend to be normally guarded by a Cyan Knight or by some type of being. This will open up the King's Gate for me, leading to Aldia's Keep, which Aldia is the king of is the brother of King Vendrick, who is that hollow that we saw down there. Now, I normally will not travel too crazily around the outside of Aldia's Keep because there is a lot of dangerous enemies that like to travel around on that little left side of the map. It's better to just come straight inside and deal with this. Now, you almost always get invaded by Acetil, who is actually the brother of Lucatil. So, this area is fairly simple to kind of maneuver through and to get through really quickly. And there is a normally sized basilisk right there. You can just literally walk past all that, pull this lever down, closes that, opens up this one back here, which is what you're gonna want. Now, you don't have to use the Ferrous Lockstone, but I've not used any at all this playthrough. It opens up and then you get to see all these crazy creatures that Aldia caught and that he used to like experiment on. Now, you're gonna come down here and something that is not known as there's an illusionary wall right there. You open that up, bam, there's a wonderful bonfire right there. Rest at it, get healed up. I might die on my way to the dragon. You have to fight before the, well, not dragon, but wyvern, I want to say, before you get to the keep. Now you can see the guy back there. I did that on purpose to do that. Now you're gonna do this, and then they're gonna literally have a yeah, they're gonna have you do a repeat of the guy coming through the door. Now, And Guardian Dragon destroyed. Now, there's a useful tip for the next area that we're heading into, which I have to get my orientation. There it is. Like, I get disoriented, so I have to like reorient myself. So what we're going to be doing is that you're going to come up this lift. You get a beautiful view. The distance out there kind of reminds me of what it looks like when you're at the Duke's, like the Grand Duke's Archives in Dark Souls 1. So you're gonna arrive and you're gonna get like this really cool, beautiful area. The moment you step out here, you're gonna get this area that is the Dragonari. And as you walk up, you can see all these dragons flying in the sky. Now, as a veteran Souls player, a lot of us are like, holy crap, the first time we come here. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just slot the item I was just handed. That item is actually it's this game's version of the Infinite Homeward Bone. Every game has an item that is you pop this item and it works as a way for you to like infinitely teleport back to a bonfire. Now we're going back to Majula once again because we made it to the next bonfire. We've got souls on us that we don't want to lose because it's a lot of souls. And this next area that we're going to, there's no boss or anything. It is a quick run that we're doing. Now I want to see just how much more okay. It's 420 plus 148. So I'm now at 560 something. Okay. I want to try to get that to 200 so that I can have it be a full-on 620. Wouldn't be that bad, but it might be a little hard to pull off. So you return to the Dragonary, and this area is honestly easy as heck to traverse. Now, what you're gonna do is, from the Dragonary, you climb up this ladder. You're going to grab onto this. You drop. You are going to traverse this bridge that sways a little bit in the wind. You hit the dragon shrine. You're gonna want to light the bonfire, but then again, Aldi is gonna come back once again. He's gonna try to convince you and ask you like, hey, what do you want to do with the throne? You say you don't want it, blah blah blah. You can then light the bonfire officially. Now, a good secret that is not really mentioned ever is when you first come in here, you're gonna walk up these stairs, and normally everything here is just gonna straight up attack you, and you're gonna have to traverse it. But what will happen is that if you have your king's ring on, they deem you as the king's next, like the next in line for the throne, and all you have to do is one-on-one these Drake Keepers. And I'm pretty sure that I just got invaded because I got a party chat prioritized and nobody's in this party. Well, sucks for them. They invade me only to watch me die. I'd rather it be that way because honestly, I don't even really wanna deal with invaders. I think this is maybe the first time all playthrough that I had been invaded. So there is stuff that you can do. You don't have to one-on-one the Drake Keepers, but if you don't, then it angers the Drake Knights. Well, not the Drake Knights, but the Dragon Knights. And it can actually go really poorly for you if you do so. So what I tend to do is I will sometimes speed run past them like I just did, using the ring to like pull the enemies. Now this is supposed to be the big challenge. If you beat this, they're supposed to just let you progress, no problems, no nothing. Now me, I don't give a care about this fight, so you all are gonna see something funny when I actually do this. Like, see, now they're on the aggro range, and here's the big dragon. This dragon's not gonna hurt you, not gonna do anything. Just got exactly what I need. But if you come in here, they will only come so far in. Now, you can attack that dragon. And that dragon will then in return attack you back. But so when you get the Ashen Mist, and the Queen would tell you these things if you wouldn't talk to her, but I already know what to do. She tells you that the original king gained power by taking in giants' souls to do what you needed. And actually, if I am correct, you don't actually have to grab the giant souls unless you plan on fighting yeah, I don't think you actually have to grab the giant souls unless you plan on fighting Vendrick, because the giant souls are what's used to weaken him and make him take more damage. What I think you only have to do, and I'm going to put this to the test, is you will come down here And then you are going to use the soldier's key to open this. You're then going to open that up using the king's ring. Now, I might be wrong about this doing what I need it to do, but light the bonfire, and then this should be like the memories of Jugo, or like the memories of Kerr, or something with a J or Y. And this is where you go to fight the old giant king. Memory of J, that's right. So I'm gonna point out something that is just like downright mortifying in this level, which is this right here. This dude's face is straight up not the proper way. It's an old model that they ended up not using in game, and nobody knows why they changed the model like later in game to like the hole in the face guys. But here we go. We're gonna have to fight the giant lord now. So, the giant's kinship is what we needed. Not its soul in particularly, but there's one of the souls of a giant. Then there's another two that you get. Those souls of a giant are what weaken Vendrick. The more you have, the weaker he is. But all we needed was that giant's kinship, and here we go. We rest up, we return the medulla really quick, we pop some souls, we do our final level ups, and we go take on the final boss of the game. If I do this properly and take care of her the way that I believe, then wham bam thank you ma'am, I have beaten every Dark Souls game as a caveman. And here we go. Let's see what levels up that. It's adaptability for that curse resist. Yeah, let's do that. And let's do that to get that little bit of extra HP going on. Now we are gonna go ahead and pop one of the couple human effigies that we got. Now what you do is that you head back to the castle and you head back to King's Gate. You're gonna head back for where we fought the Throne Watcher and Defender. And then you'll want your King's Ring equipped so that you can open up the King's Gate. For me, yet again, there's no reason to remove it because I don't have anything else for this build. that's needed other than the rings already equipped to me. A good level to be around is about 140-ish, 150-ish when you beat the game. I'm about 136, as you just saw, but that's because normally you're gonna be a little bit of a higher level, especially if you use the silver covetous rings and you're playing with a friend, because you're gonna be getting extra souls from helping them in their world and killing bosses, especially if you go on like a extermination or like a purge of a particular zone. So there's not really too much to worry about there. I was playing and had been playing by myself, so of course I'm going to be slightly of a lower level. Now, yet again, you can bring Benheim, and you can also bring Vengarl. If Sergey was here, he'd tell you Vengarl over Benheim all the time, because Vengarl is just significantly better, and ironically, his character model is actually made to be bigger and taller than any character that like you come across. I think other than like the blacksmiths. But here we go. This is the final boss of the game. This is Nashandra, the queen of the land. Turns out that she's actually been the main villain. Now, she's an interesting boss fight. She will summon these things that will put curse down, and they will slowly turn you into a hollow if you build up too much curse. Like that right there. I just hollowed, and that was not the whole entire game plan of what I want to have happen. Now, another downside that I was trying to calculate is that those stupid things that cause the curse energy to go off will also deal damage to you over time. So, sometimes people will... So, like, how I summon Vengarl, that's why sometimes people will summon both Benhart and Vengarl for the final fight, is to let them essentially go in, deal as much damage as possible, and distract her while you're getting up in there and doing what you can. She can be annoying, and one thing that I'm afraid of is me losing my effigies where I can't summon Vengarl for the fight. I mean, fighting her alone is a definite thing that can be done. I've done it multiple times. It's just that she is the final boss, and she is tough due to that life drain, where Vengarl or like your summoned help is not affected by the life drain. So if they go in and they can whap at her, they can actually do a good portion of damage. And then I don't want to lose the human effigies that I have, because if I lose human effigies, I can't summon for the fight. I mean, what I can do now that I don't need the King's Ring is I can try equipping the Ring of Binding and see if it will stop the hollowing from going towards a certain point. But here we go. Beginning of the fight, she will boop, boop, Boop. And then I back up and get away from the hollowing stuff so that I can go ahead and pop healing. Heal up, maybe pop an effigy just to try to be safe. I'm about to lose Vengarl. Crap. And there goes the Vengarl, only getting me oh so far in this fight. Son of a bitch. Of course I get her damn near beat and then die. I was really hoping that I wouldn't have to turn this video into a two-parter when I'm right at the final boss of the game. But as I said, I think there's a good chance I might accidentally not be able to make it, so crap. I'll attempt this fight without Vengarl. Because I don't wanna keep trying and then it not be worth the benefit. If I can get lucky, I can do this fight within the time frame I have left for this episode. Though, that is a highly unlikely possibility. I'm at the final boss of Dark Souls 2, Josh. As a caveman. If I do this, I've beaten every Dark Souls as a caveman. No armor, just a club. I'm so close I can taste victory. Alright guys, we're going in and we're gonna give this the no help try, because one thing that they do is that when you have help come in, they do end up limiting how much damage you can do. Son of a bitch. Yeah, I did it in my time frame. I've beat every Dark Souls as a caveman. uh. I don't want to light the fire. I want to die. I want to leave. I don't want to light the fire. So I accidentally just skipped that final cutscene. All it is that the thing opens up, there's a throne in there, everyone, and then you sit down in the throne and the doors close on you and you're stuck in the throne. It's essentially meant to like symbolize you lighting the flame and keeping the fire going. People say that this isn't really a Dark Souls game because you don't actually light the flame. There is no fire in this one. But here's the credits, everybody. I just want to say thank you for watching this playthrough. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, take it easy, everybody, and enjoy. Bye, everyone. This has been fun.